That's a good question.
It's a really interesting question.
It's a big question.
Yeah, it's a big question.
We are reimagining something, that this isn't just something that we're trying to tweak or turn a knob here or there. It's really just from the ground up, reimagining what education could look like in your community.
Changing the face of education, that's a massive change, and especially if we're trying to base it on our cultural values, which to even our own people, is a completely new place for us to go to.
There's policy changes happening, enabling tribes and communities to be able to reimagine what education could look like in their communities, which is really cool.
So education in its full purpose is to prepare you for any future obstacles you might face. That's not really what's happening in most Western schools. It's just preparing you for not really much. I know the quadratic formula, but I don't know what I'll need it for.
See, you memorized that. I didn't. Education in Alaska is broken.
Effectively, our education system right now is measuring how assimilated we are away from our own knowledge.
And the school has always, from the jump, eliminated our identity. So that's why I was drawn to this project, was this concept of if we truly have sovereignty, if we truly have control over education, what does that look like?
Educational sovereignty can mean healing from the traumas that education has caused within our communities.
When we were initially talking with the commissioner about this project, they really wanted something different. They wanted really to ensure that Alaska Native people were driving this, but they weren't quite sure how.
Indigenous knowledge systems promote learning in a way that is very holistic and collaborative and based on experience.
It is centered in traditional values. It is centered in place.
Alaska Native cultures, we are very hands-on with our learning styles.
Why do we have to sit in a schoolroom to be able to understand things about nature?
Education needs to get out of the classroom. It can't be stuck in a box. It's really important for everybody, Native and non-Native, to have a general understanding about the culture of the people that are from that land.
I think it'd be nice to incorporate our elders into our learning systems. Having elders come into the classroom and the ability to share stories. A lot of our knowledge and traditions are passed down through storytelling.
That's Native people's forte, you know what I mean? Storytelling is how we survive.
I love that this project creates future forward storytelling. So the idea of what do you want your ideal education system to be?
We don't have to knock down all of the school buildings. We just need to, modify what goes on inside of them. And then also create things that can happen outside of them as well.
My wish, my dream is that every student gets the opportunity to learn at what they're interested in and what they're good at. I don't want to be just part of a workforce. I don't want our kids to be part of a workforce. I want them to make the world a better place, do better than what has been done in the past.
I think educational sovereignty would be making sure that the information and the way we want it taught is available to those that want to learn it.
It's about indigenizing to a future state where all are included.
I'm actually not interested in going back to the world of my ancestors, and I don't even think any of them would be either if they were here. They're like, oh, this is sweet, but tasty freeze, amazing. Our
ohana down in Hawaii, they're wayfaring people. One of the lessons that I've learned from them is how important it is to set your forward path by looking behind you. They navigate by the stars behind. I think that that's an important time that we're in right now, is looking to the past to understand the present so that we can chart a better path forward to the future.
The education system as it sits now, somebody just made it up. Somebody just created it themselves too, and they just, kind of tweaked it over time. We could do that too. We just need to be able to have the freedom to make those mistakes and learn and just, be dedicated to making it better each step you go.